Hey, what is going on, guys? It's D3 and I'm back with another video for you guys today. I wanted to know you guys' opinions on whether or not the red-haired Super Saiyan God form is a requirement to get to Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. We can also include Saiyan Beyond God now that I've explained that to you guys. Ultimately, I want to know you guys' thoughts, but I'm going to give you guys my thoughts here now. I personally don't believe that it is a requirement. I don't think that a Saiyan has to make it to the red-haired form and go through a progression to where they get to the Saiyan Beyond God form, and then Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, and then whatever else comes after that, or something else comes after that at some point. And here's why. The red-haired form is not a complete form. It's not a mastered form. You can see that it has drawbacks. It has flaws. It's not necessarily a good form to be in. Now, granted, it does have a lot of power, and especially if it really does have some sort of healing factor that the other forms don't have, that may wind up being the best form. But based on the standard logic, I'm only going to talk about Battle of Gods at this point because we don't know how Super is going to change this stuff up. But ultimately, and also, you know, in Super, that's where the heal factor came in. But ultimately, based on what we do know about the red-haired form, it's not the complete form. That's why ultimately Goku and Vegeta were able to train with the God Ki, which is ultimately the red-haired form, and then reach the Saiyan Beyond God, and then Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about this is because we're getting really close to the point in Dragon Ball Super where we're going to see what happens with Vegeta. They will explain whether this is a requirement or not. If Vegeta skips over the red-haired form, yeah, he'll be skipping over a form technically, but he's really not going to be skipping over a form. I just did air quotes. You guys couldn't see that, of course, when I said technically. I'm sure you guys could tell by the inflection in my voice, but ultimately, like, he's really not going to be skipping a form because that's not necessarily the form Goku should have achieved in his fight in Battle of Gods. That's not the form he should have achieved. If you guys saw, the aura flashed blue for a second, but he didn't. It's almost like it seemed to me like he couldn't hold that, and it reverted itself into this red-haired state where, you know, ultimately he still has the God Ki, he still has the God powers, but he's not as strong as he could have been. So honestly, I want to know you guys' thoughts. This is just going to be a short video. I personally don't believe that the red-haired form is a requirement. Now, I'm not going to say that the ritual isn't a requirement because I do think that you need to partake in the ritual to get the God Ki, or unless there's some other method that Super will explain to get God Ki. I do think that you have to partake in the ritual, and I do think you have to be a full Saiyan. I don't think you could be a half Saiyan that partake in a ritual like Goten, Trunks, and Gohan were. I do think that those things apply, but I'm at the point now where I think that the red-haired form, yes, it's cool, yes, it's awesome, but I'm not taking it that seriously. And a lot of people were kind of like, oh wow, Toriyama's kind of dumb because, you know, he introduced the red-haired form and he instantly killed it off for the blue-haired form. But I'm like, you have to look at it this way. The red-haired form was always meant to be the precursor to the blue-haired form. It was never meant to be something that was going to stick around and last, you know, like that they would, you know, go to red-haired form and power up and go to blue-haired form. It was never something that was meant to be like that. They explained in Battle of Gods that that was not the complete form, and that, you know, he's still missing a lot of power. He's just scratching the surface of Saiyan God powers. So let me know you guys' thoughts down below. If you guys feel like the red-haired form is a requirement, let me know if you guys want Vegeta to achieve that form as well. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at D3DBZHD, and check out my other channel. Its link will be in the description. Be sure to subscribe over there. But I'll catch you guys next video. Peace out, guys.